Hello all. Today we will discuss on the topic Venn diagrams. In fact, Venn diagrams are very useful for logical reasoning problems because they help us to find out the answers in a very pictorial manner. And when we represent the question in a very pictorial manner, it helps us to find out the answers very easily. Now let us see how we can do that. So before we talk about Venn diagrams, we should know what is a Venn diagram. It is actually an illustration that uses overlapping circles. And why we use overlapping circles is that we can find out the logical relationship between two or more sets of items. It need not be items, it can be animals, it can be plants, it can be human beings, it can be any entity. So, from Venn diagrams, we find that circles which overlap will have something in common between them. So, if you take two dogs, they have something in common between them. Similarly, two cats, they have something in common between them. So either they have the same color, they use the same pattern of eating food, like that. And when you have circles that do not overlap, it shows that there is no relationship between the sets of items. So let us see this in detail. So just as we have seen earlier, if we have three sets of animals, let us say dogs, cows and horses, we all know that there is no character similar between them. In fact, they are all different in terms of their character. So we represent dogs, cows and horses in three different groups or three different circles. So we can see here dogs in one circle, cows in one circle and horses in the other circle. So this is how we represent Venn diagrams. In fact, we need not always use circles. We can in fact use rectangles or maybe squares are also used. Then if we have another group called mammals, you can see that you can put dogs, cows and horses in the group of mammals because they all belong to the group of mammals. So you have the largest group of mammals here and the small groups dogs, cows and horses inside them. So all of these share the common traits of mammals, or they belong to the category of mammals. So this is how we represent. Now let us see animal kingdom, mammals as well as cows. So cow belongs to the group of mammals. Mammals belong to the group of animal kingdom. So there is a larger group called as the animal kingdom. Inside that you have mammals and even inside that you have cows. So cow belongs to the category of animal kingdom as well as that of mammals. I hope it is clear. Now let us see another important relationship here. Father, brother and man. So father, brother and man. In fact, if we have such a statement, we can make it more clear by means of some statements. Some brothers may be fathers. So you have a group brother and some of them may be fathers. So there is an overlapping circle which shows that brother has something to share with the group of fathers. Then there is another statement coming up. Some fathers may be brothers. In fact, that is the same as the first statement, some fathers also have the same traits as that of brothers, so they have overlapping circles. Now let us see the last statement. All fathers and brothers belong to the group man. In fact, brother is also belonging to the group man, father is also belonging to the group man. Therefore, we have the larger circle called as man. So you can see here that this pictorial relationship between the items or between persons can help us solve many of the logical relationship problems. In fact, in this video I have added previous year question papers which have come for Venn diagrams. We will see them. Now let us see here. This diagram, it shows the students who play cricket, football and kabaddi. And seeing the diagram indicate the students who play all the three games. You can see here that it has been asked for UGC NET 2021 examination. And you have the three overlapping pictures here. In fact, they have been drawn as squares. I have already said that you can draw squares or circles to show or represent Venn diagrams. So you have the answers given here. A plus B plus C, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4 answers have been given. So seeing the diagram, we have to indicate all the students who play all the three games. Let us see this in a more careful manner. So according to the given diagram, you can see that A is actually playing football, C is playing football, and also F is also playing football. Then E is also playing kabaddi and football, B, and E is playing kabaddi and cricket. Then G is playing football and cricket, that we can see from the figure. D playing cricket, football as well as kabaddi. So you can see that D is the item that is playing all the three games together. So the option comes as option 4, that is the answer is D. So D is actually playing all the three games because they have the common traits from all the three squares. So this is a question that has been asked for the UGC NET examination. Now let us look at some statements type of questions. So this has been asked for 2020 examination. So a statement followed by conclusion 1 and conclusion 2 is given here. You have to take the statement to be true even if it seems to be at variance from the commonly known facts. Read all the conclusions and then decide which of the given conclusions logically below follows from the statement, disregarding the commonly known facts. So you are given some statements and then conclusions. You have to find out which of them is correct. So you can see statements. So when you are given some statements and conclusions, we can draw the Venn diagrams of the statements and then find out if the conclusions are there in the statements or not. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to draw the Venn diagrams of the given statements. So we are given some radios are mobiles, all mobiles are computers, and some computers are watches. So first of all, we need not have to look at conclusion, just the statement alone and represent the statement in the Venn diagram. You can see here some answers are given. Let us not worry about the answers. We will first of all represent them. So you can see some radios are mobiles. Some radios are mobiles. So you have radios and then mobiles, and all mobiles are computers. So you have mobiles, computers, and some radios are mobiles are given. So some of the radios are mobiles. Then all mobiles are computers. All of the mobiles are computers means mobile will come inside the computers. Is it not? Then some computers are watches. So that means there is some other circle coming as watches, and some of the computers have a commonly shared term between the computers and watches. So you have the radios, then mobiles coming inside computers, and then watches. So from the conclusion, let us see. Certainly some radios are watches. So some radios are not watches, because why? Radios and watches are given as two separate circles. So that is false. Then next one, certainly some mobiles are watches. Some mobiles are not watches, because why? The circles are not overlapping. So both of them are false. Therefore, let us see the answers. Neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. That is, answer is D, option D, neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. So this is how we represent. From the statements, we draw the Venn diagrams, and let us see the conclusions from the statements. If they are overlapping, they have some shared traits. Otherwise, they do not have any shared traits. I hope it is clear. Now let us see the next one. Which of the following diagram represents the relationship between examination, questions and practice? You are given 4 options. So, what is the relationship between examination, questions and practice? So, when we do the examination, we need to answer the questions, and practice also helps to write the examination in a very good manner. So, what is the relationship? So, you have examination as first circle, then questions as the second circle, and third one practice. So you can see that this diagram represents the relationship between questions, because questions involve both examination as well as practice, isn't it? Because only practice helps to do the questions easily. Examination and practice actually are 2 different sets. There is no relationship between them. So examination is one set and practice is another set, and questions come in between. So there is a shared trait between examination and questions as well as practice. So the relationship that holds best for examination, questions and practice is option 2, that has been listed in the answer as option 2 or option B. This has been asked for UGC NET 2020 examination. So this is how we do Venn diagrams, and in fact there are more topics on Venn diagrams which need to be addressed as we learn about deductive reasoning. So Venn diagrams are very important. In fact, they come up for almost all of the examinations. So we try to practice the Venn diagrams in a very logical establishment between the different items that are given, and then represent them in terms of circles or rectangles or squares, and find out if there is any shared trait between them. If there is no shared trait, then there is no relationship between the items or the given terms. This is how we address Venn diagrams, and in fact there is more on Venn diagrams which we will take up in the coming chapters. Okay, thank you all.